Hey everybody. Ooh. Come on in everybody. We've got 2 more minutes. I'm still setting up. I decided to come on here because still setting up. I decided. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay, I guess I got that wrong. Hey, how's everybody doing? Let me see who we all have in the house. Got some things to share with you guys. Sherry, Janet, um, Ignatius, Tanya, Tina James, Valinda, Felisa, um, Audrey Anthony, how you doing? That's family. Catherine, Susie Rainwater, how you doing? Nice to start seeing you a lot lately. April, Mary, Marcy, how you doing this evening? You guys, usually we don't even come on until 4 o'clock, but I couldn't wait. And then I decided, I said, we're going to have to come on in here. It is 4 o'clock. You guys, thank you for showing up. If you came in the house, please make sure you give the thumbs up. We do have a guest coming on this evening. I did not want to wait until the weekend. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you for the super chat. It's somewhere in here. It shows it, but it doesn't show me. There we go, right there. Because I was way down there. Audrey, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Audrey. Super chat, super chat. You guys. So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the super chat. So you guys know, family, we don't usually come in 4 o'clock. Usually I'd be like 5, but I still got to get some rest. But if this gets where you guys want to ask questions and stuff, if I don't ask the right questions or whatever, I got up out of bed and I've been up ever since. I've been up ever since. I've been talking to family member, asking all kind of questions because you guys know I want to know. I be wanting to know stuff. Squeaky wheel do get the oil. He does. I see you, soldier girl. Jennifer, Queen Lisa, Shelly is in the house. BJ, Linda Green, Audrey Anthony's in the house. Thank you, Audrey. I'm gonna write your name down so I won't forget and I don't have to wait on it just because I'm down here with a piece of paper. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. If you did not give us a thumbs up, please go out and give us a thumbs up. We've got close to 200 people in the house, and we need at least 125 in thumbs up, you guys, because we do a little bit more than half when we only asked you to come in. People do reach out. This young lady, I want to talk to you guys about who's coming on and what we need to straighten out some things that everybody got wrong or whatever. And who's. Yeah, we got the snipers in the bushes. Thank you. Zan is in the building. Andrea Maxwell is in the building. Tina Powers. Elaine, how you doing? Sharon Simpson. Leslie. Green Butterfly Effect. Thank you guys for showing up. Let me, and I wasn't ready, so just be patient with me. Oh, it ain't gonna do it like that. Okay, let's see if we can do it like this.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. And this is the grand opening. And it's open to the public. And we're going to take a look at it before anybody else does. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection. Handbags and shoes to match. Expensive but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heel sandals, flats and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
Okay, family, let's get it. Let's get it in. Whew. Okay, thank you guys for showing up this Sunday. And we got a family member of Braylen Noble that's going to speak out, you guys. You guys have the phone number. If you don't have the number, I'll give it to you so you can call in and you can ask questions. And she's going to share with you what she knows. Don't get mad what she don't know. If she don't know, she don't know. But some questions that you can ask the family member. She already knows how to get into the chat. I'll leave it up there for a minute. Thank you, LaQuisha. LaQuisha, L-A. Let me see how to. Laquisa. Avery. Thank you, LaQuisha Avery and Andrea Anthony. Thank you for the super chat. And I'll see if I can see it. There we go. There we go. Thank you for the super chat. So we're getting these interviews, and I want you guys to know. I want to talk to you real quick before she comes in the building, okay? What she knows is what she knows. What she don't know, what she don't know. This is to correct some things that people been telling us wrong information. Brenda said, I made it in time. Yes, she did. Anyway, people been giving us wrong information, and this is why there's a dead end, and everybody's like, now, what do we do? Where are we at? Remember when I told you when you have not the right information, you end up in a dead end, and you're trying to figure out who is who, what is what. Why is nobody saying anything? Because everybody's at a dead end with bad information. And my thing is, family, is, and I know that to be true, when you have bad information, you end up in a dead end. So there was a person that was in the live quite a few times that made some comments, and I kept on saying something to them. They kept saying things to me. There was this guy one time, you guys, and I kept on saying, well, if that's not right, then say something. Call me. Here's my number. And they would never call. They would never call. And so this person hit me up in my inbox. And I said, hey, call me. Here's my number. Call me. And they called today. And I appreciate that they called today. So um, they do know how, what's been said in here. And they do know all the information that's been going out because they've been following, figuring out, so they can tell us some of the things that we get wrong. Now, if you came here thinking that they're going to say, they seen this, what happened to Braylen, that's not why we're here. Is when family members speak out, we're going to be respectful. If they don't know something, they don't know something. If they know something, they could tell you something. They could tell you things that we've been assuming for a while. But they can tell you because they are a part of the family. So when this person come on, we're going to be respectful. Okay, family? Like I said earlier this morning, I don't point fingers at nobody because that is a bad thing to do. You don't know. Thank you, LaQuisha. LaQuisha, thank you. Regina's in the house. Okay. So, yeah, happy Sunday. So, anyway, we're going to get into some of the information that is wrong. And then, not only that, you guys, I'm going to make sure that you guys call anytime that you want and ask any questions that you want. They can answer some questions. But we were right about a lot of stuff. First of all, like the information that people were giving us, they were giving us bad information or wrong information. Some of it was probably to debunk us, to make us look stupid or whatever, or to say, she don't know what she's talking about. Now, you guys remember I was telling you I would get some information, and next thing I hear is, well, you're wrong, SP, because this, or you're wrong because I know that person, or you're wrong because I work with that person, and you're wrong. She just giving out bad information or whatever, but people were giving us information. I was only sharing with you guys what people were sharing with me. That's why I tell you, be careful what you say in the chat, because if you give me wrong information, then we all got wrong information. But you guys, I'm going to welcome our guests in, and I'm going to let you, ask all the questions that you want, but I'm going to introduce who this person is. Okay? Let's go here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Okay.
It's got good connection over there.
Thank you.
So this is Melody. This is Braylen's cousin. This is Braylen Noble cousin. And Melody, could you explain to everybody how you're kin to Braylen?
Braylen is my third cousin. Dejanay is my second cousin. Dejanay's mother, Bobby Jean Johnson, is my first cousin. Bobby Jean's mother, Daisy Mae White, and my mother, Everlina Johnson, are sisters. They have the same mother, but
Okay,
different fathers.
so Bobby would be your aunt.
Bobby is my first cousin.
Bobby
Her
would
mother, Daisy, is my aunt.
Okay, so that's one thing we got wrong. So there is no Brenda. Grandma is not Brenda.
Not on the mother side.
Not on the mother side.
Definitely not.
Okay. And on the mother side, Daisy. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. So Bobby's mother name is
Daisy
Daisy.
Mae
Daisy Mae
White. Now, her maiden name is Johnson. My grandmother's name is Irene Johnson, which is Daisy's mother.
Okay, so Irene.
Mm-hmm.
Aine. Irene is her mother. So your mother's name is
Everlina Johnson.
okay.
That's Daisy's baby sister. My mother is the youngest of 8 children.
Okay. So okay. So why is it okay? Because I was wondering why none of the family members would ever speak up.
I mean, I don't know why any of Bobby's sisters who live here are not speaking up. I'm not sure why. Um, she does talk to them. She does talk to Felicia Johnson, which is one of her sisters, Daisy's daughter. She does talk to Margaret White, also known as Shy. That's Daisy's daughter. She does talk to Jennifer. That's the youngest of all of my Aunt Daisy's children, and Tamika White.
Okay.
So, as far as them, I don't know why they're not speaking up. Maybe they're embarrassed.
Okay.
I don't know. But I really feel like there's nothing to be embarrassed about if you don't know anything or have anything to hide.
Right. Right. And
No,
I don't know why Braylen's dad's part of the family hasn't said anything either. Do,
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know Braylen's father's side of the family. My mother does. She knows some of them, because of, we grew up in a certain area where the Nobles and the Coxes lived. So, and that would be off of it was Palmwood and Fernwood off of Upton.
okay.
That's where Miss Cox's house is, somewhere over there. I can't remember if it's on Palmwood or Fernwood, but one of those two streets is where the grandmother, Miss Cox, the matriarch of that family's house is. So as
Okay.
far as Braylen Noble's father's family, I don't know them. I've never met any of them.
Okay.
I've never met his father. So I don't even know what his dad looks like. I haven't even seen a picture. I don't be on Facebook.
Okay. But did you ever get to meet Braylen?
No, never. See pictures of him when I was on Facebook, kind of like look on their pages and, see pictures of him, but never had a chance to meet him. I've never seen him in person.
You're like the third family member that has said that they never met their own um, you know, um cousin. You're
And
the
that
third.
that that would probably lead to why would Bobby want to shelter herself from her family? That would have to be those are questions that she's gonna need to answer, especially with what's going on and people, not knowing who your mother actually is, you know,
Right.
that you do actually have a handful of family members from your mother Daisy Mae's side of the family who live here. The majority of our family does not live here. They're not from here. They're from Memphis, Tennessee.
Hmm. Hmm. Now do Bobby talk to any of you guys?
Not to me. She really doesn't and rarely doesn't talk to her mother. And I know for a certain she hasn't been talking to her mother. Her mother only finds out things either through me telling her things or my mother or her daughter Margaret calling her and telling her things. Other than that, she doesn't talk to her mother.
Okay. So when you first heard about Braylen, it was through the news. You didn't hear it through the family?
No, it was through the news. And oh yeah, you know what? My mother did call me that day. She did
Okay.
call me that day. But I was kind of busy that day. When she called me, I couldn't answer. But when I called her back, I said, "Yes, Mom, I did see it." I'm like, "How is Aunt Daisy doing? Do you need to get over there and check on her?" Because at the time I couldn't do anything. I was at work. So I couldn't leave from where I was. So I called her and said, hey, you need to get over there and check on her. My mother went over there and checked on her. She said that she hadn't heard from Bobby from the time that it even hit the news all the way up until now. As far as she knows, she hasn't talked to her.
Mm. So it's not that the family's not saying nothing, it's just because they just done put themselves by themselves.
Yeah, she's secluded herself for a long time. This isn't new. This ever since she's been an adult. This is how she's been. You know, she doesn't really come around her mother's side of the family. She talks to her brothers who don't live in Ohio at all. You know, she talks to her sisters, the few sisters that she has here, but she rarely talks to her mother.
Okay. Why is it is there some mental situation going on with either Bobby or Dejanay?
I could not tell you that because when I was around Bobby at a young age and when I was younger, I was a little girl. So I wouldn't know what to look for or, what to see in a person at that age. And as I became an adult, I would see her here and there. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Exchange numbers, but she would never answer my call. And I'm not gonna beg a person, you know what I'm saying, to get to know them and be around them. Hey, if that's what you want to choose to do, do your thing, baby. Do your thing.
Right.
You know.
Now, did you go search for Braylen? Did you go out searching for Braylen?
No, I didn't go searching for Braylen because the person who conducted the search, her name is Fanique. I was watching her stepchildren, her godchildren. So I did not go searching. And this isn't the first search that this woman and her other partner, I don't know her name, that has been conducted for a missing person. I always watch their children when they go, looking for someone that's missing, you know, and that's fine with me, because I don't know how I would have reacted being on those grounds and just, I'm only catching snippets, what I'm hearing on the news and then what I'm watching on your channel. You know what I'm saying? And other people's channels. So I was only catching snippets of what's really going on. And if I would have actually been there, I can't respond and tell no one how I might have reacted. Because I don't know how I might have reacted. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie.
Right.
I love children, so I have 3 children of my own. And I don't wish that on anybody, not even my worst enemy, for something like that to happen to their child.
Right.
So I can't even say that I even might have would have wanted to go, honey. I ain't gonna lie. Cause
Right.
I'm a little bit crazy. So
That's
and
okay.
I don't bite my tongue and I'm not sure, how I might have reacted. And that's
Right.
an emotional thing to go through. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different when it hit home and it's your family member.
Right.
You know.
Right. So so the story goes that I guess let's start at the beginning. So there's a 911 call and there's allegedly Bobby talking to the dispatcher.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hey, there's a 3-year-old missing, and so this you've heard the 911, right?
Mm-hmm. I did. And that did not sound like her.
Okay,
And I
that
might
did not
not
sound
see
like.
my cousin, but I know what her voice sounds like.
Okay.
And that did not sound like her. And it definitely couldn't have been her not knowing her own grandchild's last name. I mean, he's 3 years old. He's not a newborn. We're
Okay.
not talking about a 2 or 3 or 4 month old or 6 month old baby, where within 6 months in Ohio, you could change the last name. So we're talking about a 3-year-old child. But child, listen, Ray Charles conceded that couldn't have been that grandmother on the phone.
Right, right. So who do you think that was on the phone?
I heard a rumor, and this is only what I heard, that it was a girlfriend. Now that's just, me trying to put my ear to the street, and ask few questions to people here and there that hang out in the street still, because I don't. I have children to raise. And I don't know if that rumor is true.
Is it a girlfriend like you, my girlfriend, or a girlfriend like in a relationship girlfriend?
In a relationship like girlfriend. That's what this rumor was. And it did sound like a bunch of different voices in the background, and they were all female voices. So how many people was in this home actually when this child went missing? Did you mean to tell me that many people ended up at that house prior to the 911 phone call that fast? And I only say that because I ain't calling no damn body if my child is not in my home and I know he's 3 years old and he was just in his bedroom. If I was standing outside smoking a cigarette before I called the damn police.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't getting off the phone with the dispatcher until the police show up at my door. Now that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, how many people were actually in the home when this child supposedly came up missing?
Yeah.
That's the question.
All right. Do you think Braylen fell from that 3-story apartment?
A 2-story I could see, but a 3-story, no. And not still be laying there unconscious, no.
Now they said something about there was a sighting of him walking at the park with a lady. Was that true? Was that true?
That I don't know if it's true. The reason why I say I don't know if that's true, because here's my thing with that. My question is, if he was seen at the park with an unknown lady, we're going to say allegedly unknown lady, when did a picture of this child go out to those searching for him? And the reason why I say that is because, did the picture come out prior to this lady, unknown lady, allegedly seen at this park with him? Or did that picture come out after this incident? Oh, I'm Carmen Sandiego.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
When did that picture come out? Because if that picture came out prior to this lady being seen, you mean to tell me y'all was looking for this little boy and he was right there at some point during one of these searches? I need somebody to make it make sense to me.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense to me, especially if that picture came out prior to him being seen with this alleged unknown woman.
Okay. Did they say what race this woman supposedly be? Was it a Caucasian woman or black woman?
I've been trying to figure that out because who, first of all, where did it come from? Because the first time I heard it was in a chat, and I don't know what chat it was. I was just thinking to myself, okay, so if he was seen, I like for a person to present receipts to the journalist. You know what I'm saying? If you know that this was seen, you need a receipt to prove for the journalist so that they can show it in a picture or a screenshot from their point of view to her audience or his audience. Hey, this was sent in a text or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And did this person who allegedly started saying this get a picture?
Right. Well, you do know that Dejanay had posted on Facebook that she wanted people to go to a certain area to watch something about Airport Road, and that this baby, Braylen, was seen with a woman at the park. And she said the police told her that there was a sighting. That's what Dejanay posted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing is, because it's probably still an ongoing investigation, we may not know if the police actually told her that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because they're
Could
not
they
going
ha-
to release their information to us, not right now, not especially while it's an ongoing investigation. It'll botch their case.
yeah. Could they had told her that to see what she was gonna say, or her reaction?
Huh. If I was a police officer, I would.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. So anyway, so you don't believe he fell from this 3-story build apartment?
Not without being unconscious and still being there.
And what do you think happened to Braylen?
Well, given the fact that a neighbor said that her children reportedly heard Braylen crying, or a child crying, maybe about Braylen's age,
Mm-hmm.
for a long period of time. And maybe they did hear some yelling, of some sort. Who knows? They didn't specify that. Hey, be quiet, or what's wrong with you? We don't know if they heard that also. We just know that the mother said her children told her they heard crying for a long period of time, then they heard a big boom, and then they didn't hear nothing no more. Now, the first thing is, because we don't know if the police talked to this mother and her children, or even if this mother allowed her children to talk to the police and tell the police what they told their mother.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an area we got to question, because we have to question, where did that source come from? Where did that come from in the first place? Who said that? And whoever said it, could it be that they're just saying it just because
Mm-hmm.
they want to know, what happened also? You know what I'm saying? Just to be throwing something out there, so that they can find out what's going on. That's something that you have to dissect, because who said that? Did Dejanay say that? Did Bobby Jean say that? Did Bobby Jean's son say that, who they say has been posting a lot of things on Facebook? Did one of them say that? You know what I'm saying? We have to ask these questions, because at the end of the day, we can't just not question that.
Okay.
We have to.
Right. Right. So there's a person in the chat named Kimberly. She says there was a gentleman down at the park with his children that saw a woman at the same time that the baby supposedly come up missing. It was a black woman that looked like Dejanay.
Now, if she was seen with her own child, now we really need to know, did the police talk to this person that said that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because trust me, they're not gonna not question, especially when a child is missing, and then when he's found, he's dead.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're gonna
Now,
dot all their T's. Dot all their I's and cross all their T's. Believe it. Any lead that they can find out what happened to this child, they're gonna want to know. Okay, who said they seen a woman that looked like Dejanay at the park with him? Who said this?
exactly.
Point us in that direction, because I know I would want to know, if I was a police officer. a detective, an investigator, any of the three, I'm going to want to talk to that person. What did that person have on? What did her hair look like?
SV, hi, this is Kimberly Sorter. I've been meaning to get in touch with you. It looks to be it's showing up as Kimberly Kundick on your chat.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, I actually was the head lead search of looking for Braylen. I can answer as many questions as I possibly can, but I just wanted to clarify the sighting in the park, if I may do so.
Okay.
From what I was told, and this was by Dejanay and another source, but at the moment I cannot remember, that supposedly a gentleman was down at the park. And when we say the park was the small little area inside the complex unit that was not too far from Dejanay's apartment. So there was supposedly, at the time that Dejanay said that Braylen come up missing, she supposedly was on the balcony. Her mother, Bobby Jean, was supposedly in the unit. Braylen was supposedly in that back bedroom. Well, when she realized that Braylen was not there and he was missing, I guess she frantically
Sorry
was
about
looking
that, John. My
for him.
phone messed up.
No problem. Don't worry about it.
Well, at that moment, I will tell you that supposedly hours later, there was supposed to have been a sighting at the same time that he come up missing. A gentleman was down at the park with his children, and I guess he saw Braylen and then also saw a woman that looked to be of Dejanay's description grabbing onto Braylen and walking back towards her unit. So at that point, he wouldn't think anything of a child missing because he didn't know a child was missing at this time.
Mhm.
So he just sees a child walking and a woman fitting Dejanay's description taking Braylen back towards the unit. That is what I found out, and that's what was told to me. And when I questioned Dejanay about it, she said the police had talked to that gentleman. So that's what I know. So if anybody has any questions for me, I spent 5 days with Dejanay, on and off. I was down at the site between 7 and 8 a.m. and I left the site between 10 and midnight. There was one night I left around 8:30, but that would have been the only night that I had left early. From those times that I was down there, Dejanay was either searching, she was making flyers, or she was in her home because her life had been being threatened. There were a lot of people gunning for her, and there were many times we begged her to stay inside her unit because we feared for her life.
Okay, so she wanted to go out and hunt and look for.
She was out on searches. I actually, the first big search Saturday morning, I led 7 groups. There was probably about 70 people out. She was in a huge group of people searching. And then when she came back, she went and got flyers made. And then every morning she was either at the library, I believe Walmart at one time, getting flyers made. She would come back up to the site, which was the gazebo. That's where we had everything organized up there. And if she wasn't searching, she was passing out flyers, or she was up there with us, not for long periods of time. Because like I said, there were a lot of people saying a lot of bad things, and you didn't know who was family, who wasn't family, and just people speculating and saying things. And there were a couple fights down there. There were things that got out of hand. But to the Taylor thing, I'll be honest with you too. There were more than one conversation on that 911 call, and I truly believe that was not Grandma on that 911 call either. I will say that.
It was not.
I do not believe. No, I do not believe.
Trust me, that was not Bobby.
Like her family member said, there's no way that grandmother did not know that child's last name. I'm going to be honest with you. In the very beginning of the 911 call, I believed it to be, yes, a totally different voice. And then you heard Dejanay in the background, very upset and devastated. And I will tell you, with that whole 911 call where people are stating that she had made accusations of hurting her son, I will tell you that I truly do not believe she said that, because of the times that I've seen her unconsolably very upset. She was saying, I can't breathe. And I will tell you, that's exactly what I heard on that 911 call. And I'll be honest with you, I truly believe that she has nothing to do with hurting her child or the disappearance of her child, but that's my beliefs. I've been on many searches, and I've been right on every one of them, but I just truly believe that she didn't have anything to do with this. Now, somebody else in the home, I'm not going to speculate and say too much, but I truly believe that whoever was in that home, other than her, possibly had something to do with the disappearance and the murder of Braylen.
Now, I have a question. I also heard a rumor that she was actually at the store when he came up missing.
I've never heard that. Not one time did I hear that. What I did hear, and I heard it from her, and her story has stayed the same, is that she was out on the balcony. She had been out on the balcony for about 40 minutes. Braylen was out on the balcony with her at one point, and then he went back into the unit, and that's when supposedly he was in that back bedroom. And then Grandma was in the unit. Now, I will tell you, I was in that unit in Dejanay's home, and her mother's home. The door is so close to the bed or to the couch, because I had stated possibly maybe she fell asleep and Braylen got out, but they also stated, in which I had seen, there are deadlock bolts inside the unit. Dejanay had said that there's no way he could open those deadbolts.
They're heavy. They're heavy doors. He's 3 years old.
Yes, right, exactly. I mean, I have my theories, but I'm not going to speculate on here right now. I mean, but I'll answer any questions that you guys have.
Do you know for certain that down where someone said they seen her and her brother in the woods? Do you know if there's homeless people that live down there?
Yep, there sure is. And let me tell you, she was in the woods, and her brother was in the woods. They were searching, and yes, we encountered 2 tents. One, a Black gentleman lived in, and then another, nobody that we saw was in that tent. But what I will tell you is there was a white gentleman with red hair that was lurking in the woods. We spotted him several times. There were many complaints of him that ended up in that same tent that the Black gentleman lived in. Not for sure if they know one another, but we did encounter 2 homeless men in the woods. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to tell you about the gentleman, and because I don't want to speculate and if the cops are leaning towards something and me spill out something that I believe, but I had a very strange encounter with that white gentleman with the red hair. He threatened my life. He came up to the gazebo, and it was the night before Braylen was found. He was leaning up against the pool ledge and was staring into the gazebo as I was speaking to many searchers that just got back. And this was about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I don't have a specific exact time. It was evening. It was dark, and it was right before we were getting ready to close up. He listened to me talking to the searchers, and I had wrote down places that they were at, and we had speculated just different areas that we were going to look at tomorrow, the following day, and then so he heard everything that was going on. So as the searchers left, and myself and 3 others were sitting in the gazebo, he had started to walk up, and I asked him if I could help him. And he's like, what are you doing here? And I said, we're here searching for a missing child. What are you doing here? You want to help search? And he said, no, F you, bitch. And he said, I have a dog that looks for dead people. Like, it was just out of the, I never even heard of anything. He just blew my mind. I instantly threatened to call the police. I'm like, you need to leave. I'm calling the police right now. Now, there were 3 other people in the gazebo that heard everything. One person took a picture of him as he scattered down the street as I threatened to call the police. He struck me very odd. He also was caught lurking in the woods and jumping out of nowhere and scared a couple searchers. And then we also had a picture of him in a hole in the woods.
Mm.
So that gentleman struck me odd through the whole 5-day search. He was there every day. We had a complaint of him. But never did he check in at the gazebo. Nobody knew him. So he wasn't a part of our search.
So Kim, so the person that made the 911 call, so you're saying that when they made that 911 call, they didn't say I killed them?
I do not believe, no, I truly do not believe I heard that. I believe what I heard was I can't breathe. And I believe that was Dejanay in the background saying what I believe she said, I can't breathe. I do not believe that's what she said. And because I've seen her and I've heard those exact same things that I believe to have heard on the 911 call is I can't breathe. As she was unconsolably crying and bending over, just unconsolably crying.
So did Dejanay order pizza and get her hair done while her baby was missing?
That I cannot confirm. I cannot confirm that. I know somebody had mentioned something that she was up at an ice cream shop. I can't confirm that.
I mean, but if you guys were telling her do not come out during the searches because
just the very last day we had told her please don't come out, and then I think 2 days into the search we had asked her to stay in because we were concerned because people were coming up and there was a fight up there and we were concerned for her safety. But in all, she argued it and did not want to stay in, and she did want to continue searching.
Mm-hmm.
And she was with family. There was a lot of family there. I know Braylen's dad's side of the family was there, but they did not announce themselves to who they were. I think they were smart. They kept it very quiet, and they did do searches. And they were there searching.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also attended the funeral. I was there at the funeral, and Braylen's dad's side of the family was there also.
Okay. So did they cremate the baby?
Yes, but he was not cremated at the service. He was laid out very beautifully.
Mm-hmm. I don't even want to ask her what I want to ask her because, like she said, I don't want to tip, nothing off. But that's just kind of crazy that it's kind of strange that 2 homeless people are living in the woods, not far from an apartment complex where children are.
Exactly.
We don't know if they're registered pedophiles or unregistered pedophiles.
The redheaded guy is a registered sex offender. Already looked that all up and figured it out.
So, but how would they see? You're saying that Dejanay has nothing to do with her baby missing. That's pretty much what you're saying.
I do not believe that. Right? I do not believe that, but many people do believe that she is in on this.
I think they believe that because the question is, even if she really was on that balcony for 40 minutes before she came back in the house and asked where was her child, how did he get out the house?
Yep.
And if he fell out the window, then that's even That's even more crazy because
Okay,
he's
yeah. Let me real quick go with this, and I'll tell you what. In her mind, just let's all sit and think about Dejanay right now. In her mind, she goes into the living room. She can't find her kid. She's freaking out, asking her mom, "Where's the baby?" They have no clue where the baby is. They go running, looking all over, can't find the baby. In their mind, they know that baby can't open the door. In their mind, the only way they think that baby could have gotten out, because windows were open, was out a window. And the only reason why she speculated that, and still to this day, because I question her and I tell her, I know he didn't go out that window, Miss Kim. That's the only way he could have gotten out without basically without her mother seeing him. So the only way in her mind, and that's why they said, and that's why she said and told the police, the window was open, he had to fall out the window. Because in her mind, that was the only way that baby could have gotten out of that unit without her mother not seeing him. So that's why the window has always been day one. She thinks he fell out the window because she swears to God, there's no way her mother let him out. There's no way he got out without her mother seeing him, because the couch is right there next to the door. And if she did by chance fall asleep, there's no way. So that's just in her mind.
Okay.
I got a question. When you stand at that back window and you look up at that window where his bedroom is, I'm asking you from your point of view, could a person, Spider-Man, climb up a pole or anything to get to that window?
Absolutely not.
So they have nothing that they can climb up to. They would absolutely have to have a ladder.
Yep, they would have to have a ladder. There's absolutely not. Now, let me tell you, there is an electrical box, but it is feet away. Now, if he would have fallen and flailed because he was a taller 3-year-old, possibly could have hit a leg or an arm, but there would have been no way that somebody could have stood on that and then jumped to the unit and then climbed up Spider-Man style. Absolutely no way. And as I stated, there were no fingerprints, butt prints, hand prints, no prints whatsoever. The detective was on scene immediately. That was the first place they went to, was the window, because she stated that he fell out the window. There was no proof. They nipped that in the bud immediately. They knew
so
he didn't go out that window.
No prints, none of Braylen's prints, nobody else's.
Nothing, no prints whatsoever over there.
They said that that the grounds was not even disturbed. Like there was nothing had fell from that window. So
exactly.
So you're saying that the mother has nothing to do with this. So if there's no disturbance on the ground, there's no fingerprints, nothing hit anything, and he didn't come out the window, and he can't open up the door, how is it that you're saying that the mother has nothing to do with this?
Because I think that the grandmother does. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I was around that woman several days too, and from the day one, I stated I thought she was in on it. And I've told Dejanay my feelings on this. I truly believe that her mother's in on this, and it's just my thoughts. I'll give you my theory if you want it, and I'll spit it out there. And if people don't like it, I apologize. But
you ain't got to apologize, baby. We want to know what happened to this baby.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what I feel.
I really want to know what happened to my little cousin.
Exactly, and you have every right to know, 100%. So I feel, first of all, I do not believe that he passed away up until the day before he was found in that pool. And we all know he wasn't in that pool until the morning of, wee hours of. We also know that there was no decomposition. We also know that there was just the beginning signs of molting, meaning that he had just recently passed away. So he either got hurt in that unit, grandmother knew of the hurt, he was possibly put in a garbage bag and sat outside of the unit, and the maintenance man came and grabbed the garbage bag and put it in the golf cart, and either Braylen, obviously what had not passed away, that they had put him somewhere, hoping that he wasn't going to pass away. That's my theory, because I honestly, truly believe that Dejanay did not have anything to do with it. I believe that maybe there was an accident and something happened with Grandma, and that she got a cover up with the maintenance man, because we've all heard many times that Grandma was involved with the maintenance man. Now, do I know that to be true?
Heard that.
Absolutely not. I don't know that to be true. But did I hear that the dog hit on the maintenance man's golf cart? Yes, I did. Did I also hear that the dog hit on the van? Yes, I did. Was there also a white vehicle taken out of there? Yes, there was. So I'm just speculating what I heard, how I feel, and what I think.
Which maintenance man are you talking about, Kim?
The maintenance man that I never met. Now, there was a gentleman riding around that I seen several times. He was up always offering to help us in any way, shape, or form.
Is his name Brandon?
I don't know his name, and I apologize. I will tell you that the gentleman that I know of was transitioning into a female.
Okay, that's
the one that I met driving around in the golf cart several times.
All right. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember his name, but I remember who you're talking about. I seen him in pictures. I seen him in pictures that I guess they were taking during the searches.
Okay, now I will tell you, there also was a psychic that had mentioned something about a redheaded gentleman and a black woman. She, from the get, said he was with a gentleman and a woman, and that he was still alive. And then I do feel that the day that Braylen was found, I actually ran up to the unit of Dejanay's, and Dejanay was on the phone with a psychic. I don't know if it was the same psychic, but I believe at that point, that psychic had told her son had passed. And I was trying to get her off the phone to let her know that they had put red tape up, and they found him in the pool. I was trying to give her a heads up to let her know what was going on, because I did not want her to come outside, because I don't think she would even be alive at this point if she would have walked out those doors.
Yeah, that maintenance man name is Anna.
Okay. But there's been several accusations of another maintenance man that Grandma was involved with. But I don't know that to be true. These are just things
probably head maintenance. He's probably head maintenance. You normally don't see the person that's head of maintenance. You normally only see them when
I never seen. No. And the other gentleman was very open to help and do whatever we needed. But yeah, the other gentleman was always astray. We heard of him, but we just never seen him.
Trent?
You know, and I could be completely wrong about Grandma, and God forgive me if I am. But I just have never gotten good vibes about her. I didn't get good vibes of her at the funeral. I didn't get good vibes of her down at the search. I didn't get good vibes with her. I don't even believe that, there was no, the relationship between Dejanay and her mother was a very sad relationship from what I've seen. There was no consoling. Dejanay would be bawling. Grandma wouldn't even give her a hug. Nothing. At the funeral, there was no consoling. It was...
Was Dejanay crying?
The whole time. She was uncontrollably crying the whole time. But Grandma said probably there were four people. There was Dejanay's dad. Dejanay's dad was absolutely a mess alongside Dejanay, and them two consoled each other through the whole
funeral. So Dejanay's dad was there. Was Braylen's dad there?
No. Braylen's dad is in jail.
Right. But he can still, sometimes
they did not let him get out. I know. Okay. I know they did not.
Okay. Did people are asking, Was there a smell at the gazebo by the pool?
Okay, now, yep, let's talk about the smell, because I unfortunately have been in a situation in my life where I have found somebody dead, so I know that smell very well. When we first started searching down in the woods, as you go past the gazebo and you go straight into the woods, there was a awful smell of decomposition. But what that was a dead cat, because I unburied it. I completely disassociated myself with anything. The people around me were dry heaving. I literally got down there and started digging because I panicked, because I did smell decomposition, and it was an animal. So if you hear that people said that they smelled decomposition down there, yes, we did. But so
if only they knew. If they really smelled a dead body, you will never forget that smell.
Right.
Thank you, and I know that smell. That's why I instantly went to that. That's why I instantly went to that area. I dug up that area, and honestly, it was a cat, and it was in a bag, because I panicked. I literally panicked. Yeah, there was no smell down by the pool. There was nothing. I mean, I was not even 7 feet from that pool. The gazebo was right across from there. I mean, I stood along that fence every day.
Okay, so where was this cat at? Because I heard that the cat was across the that little river thing that was behind the apartment. I didn't hear that the cat was nowhere near the gazebo.
Yes, no. So I'm gonna say it was probably 15 feet from the gazebo. If you look at pictures where the gazebo was, and if you see where the pool was, you just keep going straight back by the woods. There is a shed back there, like a maintenance like garage type shed, and it was right back there. And that's actually one way we access the woods several times to do a search.
Okay.
But it was a cat. And decomposition is decomposition. It all unfortunately smells the same, and it is the worst smell you'll ever smell in your life. And I get that smell unfortunately often throughout my life when I'm driving down the highway, carcass, anything. So yes, I mean that drew me right away. But yeah, no. Like I said, we know that baby was not in that pool until that night of or early morning of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what breaks my heart is I was 7 feet from that baby all day until they found him. Not that we could have did anything, but every hour, every minute, our searchers were out there, and it was awful.
What do you mean you were 7 feet from the baby?
I was 7 feet. My gazebo was 7 feet from the pool, and that's where they found the baby that morning. I was there actually conducting the search that morning when they found him in the afternoon in the pool. Like I said, my gazebo was 7 feet from that.
Oh.
And
now, did they search that pool one time already?
Absolutely. That pool was searched Friday. That pool was searched, I believe, again on Saturday. Yes, that pool was searched. And I'm going to tell you something too. When we got there Saturday morning, that water was so low down, you could see leaves on the bottom of the pool. It rained a couple times, but not to where the water was so filled up the day that he was found. And I'm going to tell you, I heard another rumor. That a gentleman was down at the park again with his children, not the same person, heard water running over by the pool. And this was supposedly the morning of. It was the maintenance man filling the pool back up. Don't know why. But that pool was empty. I'm talking, you could walk in there and your feet would just get a little wet. Their leaves were at the bottom of that pool. That pool was closed up. It was done for the season. And then by the time he was found, that pool was almost 3/4 way full. I mean, it rained a couple times. And yes, I can see rain filling it up a little bit, but nowhere near as much as it was filled up. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's very, very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
we
really
said
is.
it rained, but it didn't rain enough to
It
put it.
sure
No,
did.
It
Nope,
did
and
not, though. Not
speculated
within
that.
that 72 hours. It didn't rain that much.
Thank
I
you
don't
very
live
much.
far from there. It
Absolutely
did
not.
not rain that much.
Nope, it didn't. I know. And that pool was way more full than it had ever been.
If the
Like I
maintenance
said,
man
when
was
we got
down there,
Saturday morning, it was almost empty.
the maintenance man was down there putting water in the pool. You mean to tell me he's just putting water in the pool, but he ain't looking at the pool? Like,
That's what I'm wanting to know, right?
the
Well,
baby's in the
Yeah.
that
pool.
rumor's true, if that rumor's true, I heard that someone seen him down there filling up the pool. So why would you fill up the pool?
Especially if it
for the
was
winter.
done for the season.
Thank you.
Not only that, that's what the manager said, that they were filling up the maintenance guy was called to fill up the pool or do some work on the pool or something.
That makes no sense.
And that probably
You
was the
want to
ones that,
know something? I would like to know who would I need to talk to find out if the manhole that they seen is somehow connected to the drain pump of the pool.
There is a printout, a layout of that pool and the unit. I think somebody posted it, and it's the actual printout of that pool and that drain. But I don't remember where it was put on. I think it was on one of the news.
Let me think. Would I go on Aries.com? Oh, I'm going to find it, SP.
I know.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it.
We got to think about also with Braylen. I honestly, truly don't believe that Braylen had passed away up until the night of.
I can't hardly hear you. Something went wrong with your. Okay, go ahead, Kim.
Okay, I just feel like
you're still low. Something happened to your
something happened to our audio.
Kim?
She might have to call back in like I did.
How am I now?
She'll come back in, huh?
I'm so glad that she called in to talk to you.
Talk to you too.
And me too.
Yeah.
I am
because she's been in the chat. She's been in the chat saying some stuff. And I'm like, call me, so we can, But for some reason she called today.
Oh, that was the universe and the Most High, girl.
Yeah.
And guess what today is?
Sunday. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. But on the thoughts of Braylen being put somewhere to preserve his body, people had mentioned something about they believe that he had died right away and that somebody was holding his body or something. I just honestly don't see that to be a case, and I'm not saying anything bad, but I just don't feel like they were smart enough or quick enough would know to do this and put him somewhere.
If you freeze a body, it takes 72 hours for that body to unthaw.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Even if they would have wrapped him up, I mean, first of all, frostbite, if they weren't, whoever did this weren't smart enough to wrap his body up, there would be frostbite. It would have to be something so cold to preserve his body. And then you're right. There's no way, even though he was in water, it was freezing, it was cold. There's no way, right? The police know. First of all, the police know when he passed away. The police know, how long he was in that water, which we all know was a very short period of time.
Definitely.
They're just not saying much right now.
Because it'll botch their case. It'll botch it.
So there's somebody in the chat, Purple and Gold, and I did reach out to Purple. You guys.
Oh yes, Purple. Okay, yeah, I know Purple.
She must be doing something. I told her we were coming on. We'll probably do this again, but we're still going. But But this young lady, her name is Purple and Gold. This is a different purple. But
Okay.
but she says, so your theory is that they put him in a bag. Hold on, let me throw this up here. Your theory is they put him in a bag alive and hid him out for days instead of getting him to the hospital?
Yeah, as crazy as it sounds, right? They didn't think about the whole hospital thing, right? Yeah, I don't know. I just think that everybody possibly panicked. I mean, because we know it was more than one person. I mean, it had to have been more than one person.
So she would still be a part of this equation, because why would you lie? Are
For
you
your
saying
mother.
you're saying Dejanay ain't lying at all? She just don't know. She just
I
crying.
just feel like she doesn't know what happened. And I don't feel like her and her mother are that close. She would cover up for her mother. Like I said, I don't feel like there's really a bond there between her and her mom. I'm sorry, but if my daughter's baby passed away, I mean, I would be holding her, embracing her, and never letting her go. There was not one embrace, not one nothing. And then she was just rude. She always had her hands on her hips. She acted like she was being bothered by
Baby, let me
this.
tell you, that's how Bobby been her whole life. That is not a mask.
Okay.
I'm so
Okay, well then,
serious.
thank
She
you.
has been like
Thank
that
God.
her whole life. She is
And that's
the
fine.
person who
And
just
that could be her. Right. And that's what I said all along. We don't know this woman. This could be her personality, but it just struck me so odd.
I mean, it is odd during a time like this, because during a time like this where my child is missing, my grandchild, I'm not going to be like that.
Flipping out. No, and I will tell you, on defense of the great grandmother, that great grandmother showed up there and she tried to search and she fell to the ground. She was so upset. Like, we literally had to help her up and just not have her search. She was devastated. I'm talking great grandma. I believe this was Bobby Jean's
Are
mom.
you talking about great grandma on Braylen's dad's side or Dejanay's father's side?
Dejan, you know what? I apologize. Possibly on dad's side.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah, it wasn't on Bobby. Yeah, no, it was on dad's side.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know, like, for instance, at the funeral, I believe Dejanay's brother got up and he had never even met Braylen. And the great grandma had never even met Braylen. They seen him, unfortunately, for the first time laying there in a casket.
Nobody's never met Braylen. So Dejanay got how many Melody, how many family members, brothers and sisters Dejanay has?
She has 2 brothers by her mother. Her mother only has 3 children: Dejanay, Denzel, and Durrell.
Yes, and I know one brother was there. I'm sure both brothers were there, but I know for sure one brother was there because he got up and spoke. And he spoke how he was so saddened and upset about why this was his first time ever meeting his nephew, and unfortunately was at a funeral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like there was a whole lot of family connection, but I will tell you that Dejanay seems very, very connected and very close to her daddy.
Oh yeah, she's very close to her dad's side of the family.
Yeah, I can see that, and yes, they were all
and
there.
That's a good thing. See, her not being close to her other family members has a lot to do with her mother.
100%. That makes a lot of sense. And I can see it. And now that I'm hearing some things, that makes a whole lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah. She's always been a Miss Chancellor, look down my nose at people.
Yeah, she was very different, very odd to me. And that's okay. And that's okay. And that could be her. And them are the reasons why I felt so strongly that she possibly is in on this, because of her behavior.
Of course, I would too. With what you're saying, that she's not even consoling her, that is breaking my heart that she's not consoling her daughter during a time where she doesn't know where her child is. And then when they do find him, they find him dead. So that right there is very, very alarming behavior.
It is. And that's why I've all along said I feel like, and like I said, I feel so horribly if she isn't on this, and I will owe her an apology, and I will be the first one, because I have put her name out there, and I have said that I feel like she's in on this, and I have told Dejanay that I feel like her mother is in on this.
If you said that to Dejanay, what did Dejanay do after you said, well, I think your mom has
This
something?
was in a text. This was in a text, and I have several texts back and forth from Dejanay and I. And the reason why she had texted me, she had been in the hospital from pure exhaustion, and I had messaged her because I wanted to do a Christmas drive in honor of Braylen on his birthday, starting on November 15th. I want to do a Christmas drive. And of course, I would need permission from her to do something like this. And what it was going to be was getting people to drop off donations of a gift, an unwrapped gift or a wrapped gift, in honor of children with autism and Asperger's syndrome. And we were going to donate and pass out all these gifts around Christmas to all these children with autism and Asperger's syndrome in honor of Braylen's name. So I had mentioned it to her and I had messaged her, and she never got back with me, which was fine, because there might be like a half of a day where she doesn't get back to me when I send her a message. And then in that time frame, I really was checking out another case of another missing child, and I was looking at the demeanor of the parents, the Malaya Bass case, and I had made a statement on my Facebook where I felt like, God, I hope I'm not wrong, and I hope that Dejanay is in on this, and blah, 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 blah. Well, obviously Dejanay's seen it, and she does follow, and she does see everything that's being said, and family members are watching everything, as they should. And she questioned me about that. She goes, Mrs. Kim, when did you start not believing in me and my mother? And then she went on to say, I'm sorry that, if you're mad at me because I didn't get back to you about the drive. And I'm like, oh, honey, God, no, you don't owe me nothing. And this would have nothing to do with that. And then I knew that she had seen my post. Well, to shed light on that, she had said to me, why don't you believe in me and my mother? And I said to her, Dejanay, I have always believed in you, and I will be the one down at that courthouse fighting for you if they arrest you. I've got your back, but I've never believed in your mother. I've always truly believed that your mom was in on this. And then she's, there was a lot to that message. And then she goes, thank you, Kim, and I know, and she said a couple things back to me. I don't know if it was indirect to, I don't believe you're in on it, but I truly believe your mom's in on it. So there really wasn't a whole lot of comeback with that message. Right. But I have stated from day one that I truly believed, and I was very verbal about it down there at the gazebo. And I wasn't shy to tell people that I believe that her mother was in on this. But I've always, from day one, did not think she was in on this. And like I said, I could be wrong. I don't want to be wrong.
Right. Right.
Because all the wonderful things, I've worked side by side with Braylen's teacher. Her name is Liz. Liz had nothing but amazing positive things to say about Dejanay. Not that I have talked to, but I've heard doctors and therapists and occupational therapists and just people talking about how she went above and beyond for this baby at all times. Whether it be true or not, it's just what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never really heard anything bad about this mother. Like I've not heard nothing. Nobody has been able to come out and say not one bad thing that I've heard. Now, I know there's a rumor out there that dad tried to get custody, but that happens. Parents fight and they do want to get custody, or somebody doesn't like the way somebody does something. But everybody's just had nothing but amazing things to say about Dejanay and the mothering of Braylen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, somebody in the chat was wanting to know, Jenny said, well, who found the baby in the pool?
Okay, so let me tell you how that happened. So there was a Army search dog that was brought in. I don't believe by our police department. I believe on their own, him and his wife. And I do not know if there was another person with them. But from what I heard, I was down at the gazebo when all this was taking place, that the dog was let loose over in the park, not the park at the unit, at the apartment complex, the community metro park, which is 4 blocks, maybe 5 blocks from Dejanay's home, but the woods connects to that Swan Creek Park, to that area. I heard they let the dog go. The dog ran through the woods, conquered some fears that it was afraid. It could have went around the other way and avoided all that, went through the woods and came out through the back and stood at the pool. And that's how they found that baby, by the search dog.
Oh my God. Now the question is, when did he get put there?
When I ran to Dejanay's unit, when they started putting up the yellow tape, I got confirmation because as I was coming out, the gentleman and his wife, the dog had burrs all over him. The wife was cleaning herself up, and she had stated that he had hid on the pool. So that's how I found out about that.
Wow. Do you still have contact with Dejanay?
I do. I still do have contact with Dejanay. I messaged her 2 days ago, asked her how she was feeling. I said hugs to her, and I will be honest with you, she has not messaged me back. It's been 2 days. I truly believe that she's very upset with me right now, and that's fine because of my Facebook posts and some things that I have said, because it is making them look bad. And I apologize, but I'm all about justice for Braylen. I'm not about being Dejanay's friend. I care about her and I want the best for her, and I will offer her the world if she is in on this. I'll do anything for that young lady. But it's all about justice for Braylen, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find out what happened to this baby. But no, she has not messaged me back in 2 days, but I do every couple of days. I'll message her, ask her how she's doing. Up until the day that we had the confrontation about my beliefs on how the baby passed away, we were messaging each other every day. And like I said, maybe a half a day would go by where we didn't message each other, but it was within a 24-hour period at all times that we were staying in contact with one another.
Okay. I got 2 more questions for you, Kim.
Okay.
Is Dejanay in a hospital? Or she recently been in the hospital?
She was in and out of, I believe, Toledo and St. Louis from exhaustion and just obviously just mental and physical exhaustion from the passing of her son. Okay,
but she haven't went in for no psych evaluation.
No, as far as I know, she's home. But like I said, I haven't heard from her in 2 days, and I just assume she's upset with me, and that's fine. I would hope that she's not back in the hospital. I hope she's okay.
Right.
Did she move from that apartment?
Yes, she sure did. Yep, they moved out. I do not know where they've landed. I'm not for sure she moved in with her mom again. I want to say that she's with her dad and family. I don't even think she's gotten her own place. I wouldn't even know how she would be able to afford that financially right now.
Has that autopsy come back? The complete autopsy come back?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I was told that they would rush it, and it would be about 20 to 30 days. And we all know that's passed, and nothing's been said. So I just either they don't got enough, they don't have anything, or they're getting everything and all their ducks in a row to do an arrest, and it should happen soon.
Let's hope that that's what it is.
Oh, I know.
I really do.
I do too, because I want justice.
Yeah. We need to know what happened.
Exactly. I agree.
Okay, so there wasn't nothing physical to see when you went to the funeral?
Absolutely not. And I will tell you that the physical autopsy came back that there was no physical signs of any kind of abuse, no bruising,
right.
No nothing. And he looked absolutely beautiful. It was yes, there was no bruising on him. I mean, he was covered from his chin down, but his little face just absolutely beautiful. His hair just in his cute little dreads. He just absolutely looked beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, face wise, I saw nothing. And I didn't even try to get that close. I was unconsolable. It was very hard for me. I had a panic attack prior to going in. I didn't think I would be able to go in. This was extremely hard for me, but I wanted to be there for Dejanay. She asked me to be there, so I felt that I should go, but I didn't want to go. That was the last place I wanted to be that day. That was extremely hard for me.
Okay, one other thing, and if Melody have any questions for you now, I knew that they were going to cremate the baby, and that's kind of
they were able to do a funeral, and then after the funeral, they went ahead and took them back to the house a day, I believe it was.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah, that's kind of odd to me too. Why would they cremate the baby?
Why would they please allow them to though too? Why would they? That's another thing I'm thinking. I'm a little like, did the police get everything they needed to before they release this baby? Like, I'm worried about that. Like, did they do their job right? Because he's been cremated. There's nothing left to look at. I pray to God they did.
Yeah, that they got everything that they needed. But, well, then that's why we put that out there. It was another family member that I had spoken to, and they told me that they were going to cremate that baby, and that's why we put it out there. Like, you guys get it right the first time. You're not going to have a second time.
Oh, they're not going to have a second time. You're absolutely right. And to release it that quick, that's why I just feel like either they have everything and they're just getting their ducks in a row, or they don't have anything.
Sound like another Casey Anthony case to me.
Breaks my heart. Well, just like the Nevaeh, I was head of that search, the Justice for Nevaeh, along with Risa Smith from Michigan, and they still have not found her.
Right.
So, well, they found her, but not her murderers. They,
Well, I'm going to save your number, Kim, now that I got you.
Yes. I apologize. I know I've been trying to get with you. I'm going through a lot right now. I mentally, this really did a lot to me. The search for this baby, and then just getting close to Dejanay because I care about her. I have a daughter her age, and I don't want this to be, a case where she murdered her child. I want to be right on this, and I want to be there for her. So yeah, it's been hard on me. And then my dad is sick, and then my daughter is also sick. She's having surgery on the 5th. So it's like I was trying to get my mindset, but then when I started listening, and I heard question about who said what at the park, I wanted to chime in because Melody, you have a right to know everything that we know. I mean, and
they don't talk to me, so I that's the only way I'm gonna find out. It's through my own personal investigation or what's going on right now.
For you, because we need many people like you, me, and SB, and many of you out there that do stuff like this, because we are the kids' voice, we are the people's voice, and if we don't, the police can only do so much, but we can do a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, I know that you and I know the chat got a lot of questions. They're probably like, SP didn't answer or ask the question. So would it be possible that I know I've got another case Monday we're doing on the Italia Vinny's daughter, Italia.
Oh yeah.
But I know the chat's going to have questions that I did not ask you. Are you willing to come back on?
I definitely will. Yes, I definitely will, because I want as much of the truth that I know of to be out there.
Right.
And I don't want to say things that I don't know. I'm just telling you anything that I've heard, anything that I've seen, anything that I know to be fact, I'll be more than happy to say.
Okay.
I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to gain other than getting justice for this baby. That's all I want.
Well, somebody's calling in now, but I know Melody probably, hold on, you guys. This is Hello.
Yes, my name is Brother Emmanuel. I was given this number and told to reach out. It was my sister named Rhonda. It was about the Malia Bass case. And she told me to reach out to you because you was wanting to work on that case together.
Okay.
Out to the public.
Okay. I'm on a live right now. Can I call you back, Emmanuel?
Yes, you can. What is your channel so that I can get on there too? I want to see y'all content and everything.
Okay. SP News Nuggets.
SP News Nuggets. Just put it in like that and y'all live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I apologize for interrupting the show.
You're okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good. I
Bingo.
told you, doing your thing, girl.
Bingo.
That's a sad case too, but they've already got that mom and dad, or the mom and the boyfriend on that one.
Yeah, but you know how we do it. We be digging. We be digging.
You need to dig. You need to dig, and I respect that. I respect that very much.
Somebody else is calling in. Hold on, you guys. SP News Nuggets.
Hi, how you doing, SP?
How you doing? Who's calling?
This is Audrey from Miami.
Okay.
Audrey Anthony. I just wanted to comment about what's going on with the.
Okay. You hold on. Okay, go ahead, Audrey. I got you in there.
I'm gonna be fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm a mother. I have 2 daughters, and I've been watching this case with Malia and the little baby Braylen. And my thing is, it takes common sense most of the time to figure things out. We have to slow down and use our own common sense. And I know she supports the mother, Janae, Miss Kim. Yeah, my thing is, as a parent, I have a special needs child. And I went through the ringer at 16. My daughter has had 59 brain surgeries. And from 16 years old, I was her protector. My baby couldn't crawl and get a scratch on her knee, and I didn't know about it. My mama spanked my daughter one time, and I like to lost my mind. We are put here to protect our kids, not to cover up for anyone, not my mama, not my brother, not my daddy. I love my daughter, and I really loved it. My mama, I just lost her in August to COVID. But baby, COVID couldn't have took my mama fast enough if my mama was involved in had any involvement with my child. And that's how I feel. And you know, I'm for the kids 100%. I'm for the kids 100%. We have to sit back and think about, for that girl to call him a thing, come on. That was everyday language to him. That's how they addressed him. That wasn't no misunderstanding call. I've been listening to it from the first time they played it to the end. But everybody have their opinions. You're right. Yeah, and you know, a lot of people did hear that. I just don't want us to lose focus on this baby, because it's not about his mama. I'm not trying to uplift nobody until they can uplift the truth about this baby. Amen. And I'm sorry to take up so much time, but I just really had to say this. Please, thank you.
You ain't wrong.
You guys have a good one. And continue the good work. And hello, Miss Melody.
Hi.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kim. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
And I appreciate you calling in.
You're welcome. I'm glad I called in. Yeah, I want to thank you, Kimberly, that you was there, because now I have someone that I know was right there and knows what was going on. You know, and that's what I was wanting, for her to, you know, talk to someone who actually knew what was going on during those searches and who was there, and actually talk to people that were on all sides of this young lady's family, because a lot of people are putting a lot of misinformation out, and that's not good for her journalism, people. I want you to hear this, and I'm not being rude. She is a journalist. That's not good for her journalism when you don't fact check your information before giving it to her.
Exactly.
Thank you, Melody.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless you guys. We'll hear back from you soon, SP. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me
Well, I
say
gotta feed these babies. Thank you, SP, for having me on your channel.
all right, we're gonna have to have you on again too, because there's a lot more questions that me and you need to get into.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
That's fine.
All right. Thank you, Melody.
All right. Have a good day. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, you guys, it's started getting hot up in here. Hold on, because I got to save that number that just came through here. If I don't save it right now, I'm going to miss it. Here it is, right here. What did he say his name was, you guys? Emmanuel? Oh, excuse me. Right? Am I right? Okay, and then I need to save Kim's number. Now, I got to put something on there. Because I've got several Kims. Yes, with the brother in front. Yes, I know that. I was just saying that's all, sis. Yes, with the brother in front. Emmanuel. Okay, thank you. It's hot. Anita B, you know it's hot. I was like, my eyes was like, oh, and I need to remember Audrey's number too, because whenever she wants to call in, she can call in. She wasn't playing. She said, I'm gonna call in. That's what family do. The squeaky wheel will get the oil. We gonna get the oil, you guys. We gonna get the oil. We ain't playing when it comes to these babies. I ain't playing. So, you guys, I don't know if you got a lot of information. When Kim called in, things went from one end to the other end. We still gonna talk to Melody again. We still gonna talk to Kim again. I would like to have Purple in the house. You guys, we gonna get it lit. We go, we can agree to disagree. Kim say she don't believe that Dejanay had anything to do with this, and I told you I don't point fingers, but I'm telling you, when you cover for people, you got something to do with it. That's all I'm saying. Because what you're saying, either you don't know nothing. You're telling me you don't know nothing. Kim believes that she had nothing to do with this baby, and how could all of this stuff happen and you don't know? To take the baby out the house, you can't find the baby, send the baby, and then y'all playing on the phone saying that this is your mama, but it ain't your mama, it's somebody else. When we said something about the girlfriend, everybody got mad at SP and say, why they gotta be having some intersex, SP? You just saying some stuff. No, I'm telling you. Yes, Nancy, all kind of red flags. You guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I don't want people to think I'm on here because I'm trying to keep you here. Because guess what? The only way I could have got on here, I had to spend some big money. Because they done shut down the stream, y'all. Y'all know what was going on. I told you. They done shut it down. And I said, hey, we got to come back on. It's a lot of covering up going on. And where's Purple when you need her? We're going to stir that pot. But I guarantee you, stuff is about to hit the fan. I guarantee you that. I told you guys, when I hear information, I will share with you what I hear. I will tell you where it come from. I will tell you if it's a fact or this is something that everybody is a gossip or rumor. I will tell you that. When I told you that the family member told me they was going to cremate this baby, I wasn't playing with you. Okay? It's sad, but it was fact. Now, whether they did it or not did it, that was going to be already that was already in the conversation. That was already in the conversation. Then somebody ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I assume this or I assume that. I told you guys. So I wasn't surprised, but I wanted you guys to know what the confirmation of that. Nobody was invited to the funeral, so nobody could tell us did they go on with it or not. People, a baby. You guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I appreciate Kim calling in. I appreciate Melody speaking with us, and I appreciate every last one of you guys. If you hear anything, if you see something or you hear something, say something. Okay. Now everybody gone. I'm feeling better now. Round 2? No. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get on off of here. We're gonna talk to Melody some more because we're gonna try to give you as much information as possible because nobody's saying anything. And when you don't, you know what I'm saying? I can only share with you what I hear and what people are saying and what's going on. But I appreciate everybody coming in, and we'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right, you guys. Let me give a shout out to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbag. Make sure you guys visit her. You can find her link in the chat or in the description down below. It's www.trazy.com or .closet.nor915. You guys make sure you check her out. She'll give you, there it is right there, www.trazy.com/closet/nor915. We got Top Design LLC. You guys check them out. And we got Vanetta Ferguson. She does art. And anytime when you deal with these people that sponsors this channel, they are part of the family, but you're going to get a discount. And tell her that you got the information over here at SP News Nuggets or your Warriors for Children, and they'll even work with you. And we got those one hand wraps and masks coming from Vanetta Ferguson, so you guys going to be able to check them out because I'll be wearing mine. But I'm going to get off of here and finish the evening with my family. So you guys, I'll see you guys later. Let me get out of here.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. And this is the grand opening. And it's open to the public. And we're going to take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection. Handbags and shoes to match. Expensive, but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heel sandals, flats and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
Nora's link is down below. Okay, you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow.